Scott and Terry from Destination Open Road hit Bourbon Street. What's up, blind viewers? How is everybody doing? Okay, Linda, Lady Redskins Burton. Thanks for being a blind viewer. She's always hanging out with us on Thursdays, and she just started to put some content up on her channel. So go over and check out Linda, Lady Redskins Burton. Let's see what she's got to say. All right, let's kick things off with Vivian from Vivian Tries. Now, Vivian, she just did a video about Forged in Fire knives. There's actually a TV show called Forged in Fire where these guys, they go into the forge and they get some metal, hunks of metal. Sometimes they give them leaf springs or big, huge ball bearings or whatever, but they have to take the materials given in the time allotted, and they have to forge knives. So, these guys come up with some pretty cool stuff. It's an awesome show. But anyway, Vivian found these Forged in Fire knives, and she went ahead and did her review, and she did it in a way that only Vivian can do. They also have a show where they actually take the knives, the smiths, they come in, they make a knife, and they go through this little course where they chop fruit and all kinds of other stuff and ice and fish and all that stuff. Well, Vivian, she puts her little kitchen knives through the same stuff. She's got some water bottles set up that she goes through and chops a chunk of ice. And but yeah, in awesome Vivian fashion, she puts them through the paces. Pretty cool video. Go over and check it out. Vivian Tries. And we got the Tampa Jay and Super Enthused. Yeah, the two Floridians that are the theme park experts, if you will. Yeah, they go through all theme parks all the time. But those two met up, hung out together, and went to Busch Gardens for the big 60th celebration. So yeah, those two hung out. They each made a video, so you can go over and check out both their channels and watch the video of those two guys hanging out in Busch Gardens for the big celebration together. Pretty cool videos, I have to admit. Now on to our Canadian friend, Line Screw 1. Line Screw did a pretty cool video about a fella named Terry Fox. Now, you probably don't know who he is because I heard his name once or twice, but I wasn't quite sure who he is. I know, too lazy to Google it. But anywho, didn't need to. Line Screw, fill me all in. Terry Fox. He was a dude with cancer, and he actually lost a leg due to it. So, this dude ran 143 days straight with a prosthetic leg. And he raised $750 million. Pretty amazing stuff. And the reason why Line Screw was talking about, one, Canadian fella, and he was a van dweller, because that 143 days, well, he had his crew there, but yeah, they drove the van, and he ran behind the van, and he slept in the van. So he was the ultimate van dweller. Pretty cool video. Good information. Speaking of information, I would suggest that you watch the video, but when you're done watching the video, click on the info section, open that up, and read the stuff that he wrote, and then go all the way down to the bottom. He gives some good little, I'd say, tips. But yeah, check it out. Now on to our top story. Yeah. Destination Open Road. Yeah, Scott and Terry. Now, they're with Full Tiny House, Six String Steve, and Full Tiny House, and Ausia. Those guys are kind of traveling around together. But they had a plan where they were going to head to Louisiana. That's right, Louisiana. They're going to kick it in New Orleans, That's right, New Orleans. They were going to go to New Orleans for Mardi Gras. Yep, they were right on time. Fat Tuesday, Ash Wednesday, and all that good stuff, you know, where they party hard down in New Orleans. They were going to hang out on Bourbon Street and do the whole nine. Well, Ausia, she swung into the shop, get some work done on her old Panda there. Well, things took a little bit long. You know, she got, I think that thing's like an 89, so you start doing little things and you start taking shit apart and you go, oh yeah, you start finding all kinds of other things, and then plus it's an 89, so when they order parts and parts come in and then they're the wrong ones and you got to get the right one. Yeah, so all this thing kind of threw a wrench into the works. So they didn't quite get to where they wanted to because of, you know, things messed up their timing schedule. So they didn't get to make it to Bourbon Street for Mardi Gras, but they did stop in a small town, and hey, as long as they made it to Louisiana, they're going to be partying. So they did get to enjoy some Mardi Gras things, and yep, well, they got them. They got them. Scott and Terry loaded down with tons of beads. I don't know, man. I think Scott was flashing his boobs because they got a lot of beads. And I know that's Scotty, man. I know he was just woo, you know, and they were throwing beads at him. I know it was Scotty flashing his boobs. Yeah, it was serious. It looked like they had a lot of fun, and they were all there hanging out. But they got a lot of beads and toys and stuff for all the kids there for, you know, at Full Tiny House. So it looked like they had a good time. And they did eventually make it to Bourbon Street, down to New Orleans. Yes, they did make it to New Orleans into Bourbon Street, but it was after Mardi Gras. But Scott and Terry, they did say, they told me that they kind of got the effect and the feel of being at Mardi Gras because as they were walking around in the aftermath, the smells of the celebration did linger. Yes, they could tell there was lots of drunk people getting sick all over the place because you could still smell it the day after. Oh, pretty cool stuff, though. Now, it looked like they had a good time, so go over and be sure to check out Scott and Terry. Destination, Open Road. Now, speaking of Six String Steve and Full Tiny House and the crew, I want to thank Steve for popping in the live stream Thirsty Thursday and hang out for a bit. Appreciate it, man. But Full Tiny House, they made a nice little video. Now, I know these guys catch a lot of shit for having the kids in the RV and running around, you know. Of course, you know how it is here on YouTube. No matter what you do, you're going to catch shit for it. But anyway, everybody has an opinion and they ain't afraid to share it. But they made a nice little video where they actually showed how they get their supplies and what they do as far as education for the kids while they live on the road. So they took us to one of the homeschool stores where they went in and got their little packets and their stuff for their education. So it's pretty cool. So again, I know they catch a lot of shit for it, but there, go over and watch that video and they'll show you that, yeah, they do actually got source materials for the kids, and they do get their education. Watch it for yourself. Make your own minds up. I'm sure you will. Good, better, and different. I'm sure you have your opinions. But anyway, it was a pretty cool video. I enjoyed it. And also, speaking of the crew, Ausia and them, Ausia just got her vehicle worked on. My buddy jumping off the cliff. Now, they got a big old red Class A. Pretty snazzy rig, if I do say so. But yeah, he decided, you know what? Let's take this baby in and get her weighed in to see if we're under, over, close, or whatever. So yeah, he goes over all the numbers, explains things, you know. He does know what he's talking about. He does have a CDL. He was a truck driver. But anyway, so he explains the numbers, you know, the axle, the steer axle weight and the gross weight and having a towed and pulling it out. So he goes over all the numbers, but the good news is they're under the weight. So, they pass. They're legal. It's all good in the hood. But it's a very interesting video, informative video, and it also got me to thinking a little bit. Now you see all these RVers, and you know, all you got to do is go in and buy an RV, and they toss you the keys, you jump in the seat, and away you go. Now, if you want to go make a living driving something very similar, whether it be a bus or an over-the-road truck or whatever, you got to go through all kinds of classes and courses and driving. You got to learn all the air systems and the safety checks, and you got to do all kinds of stuff. You got to pay an absorbent amount of money every year to get keep your endorsements up and all that good stuff. And yeah, you're held accountable. I know here in PA, if you drive through something and you get stopped, you get double because you're a professional and you're supposed to know better. But any Joe Blow can jump in a thing as big as a tractor trailer and just motor on. And, you know, hey, sure, I'm not saying that everybody's negligent or doesn't take the time to look at things, but you know, a lot of people don't. But yeah, so, you know, you see a lot of them pulling fifth wheels, you know, with, oh, well, I got my little half-ton pickup truck. It pulls it just fine. It doesn't have a problem. Yeah, okay, it might pull it, but how long is it going to pull it for? 1, 2 years until seals and transmissions start falling out of your truck? And yeah, it can pull it, but if you're going to Montana, can it stop it? Probably not, but it's okay. Get in there, drive it away. And you're not just going to kill yourself. You're probably going to take somebody else out, but that's not your problem, is it? And I know, I'm going to hear, I've been on the road for 127 years and I've been to all 89 states. Yeah, I know. And I've never had a problem, and my truck is 14,000 years old. And I pulled something that weighs 75 tons with my half-ton truck. I know, I'm going to hear all the stories. I drove to the moon and back pulling my travel trailer, and I never had a problem. I drove through a hurricane. I know, everybody has their stories. But yeah, these people dump in here and they just go crazy. And then the other thing you got to think of is the majority of these full-timers, what do? They go to other states and they make it their home state because, well, I don't have to go back all the time to register my vehicle. I can do it on the internet. Oh, it's cheap. The insurance is cheap. This is cheap. They don't have state tax. I don't have to do this. And they don't have a mandatory annual state vehicle inspection. So I can drive this bucket of bolts forever until it literally falls apart and turns to dust on the side of the road, and I will never get a ticket. So that's the kind of people that you're out there driving around with on the highways and the byways. A bunch of people who are full-timers who don't need anybody to look to see if their vehicle is mechanically sound or not. And they don't care if it's overweight, doesn't matter. It's not their problem. I hooked it up, it pulls it just fine. Yeah, it doesn't stop real good, and I got to change brakes every other month, but who cares? Not my ass. It's yours. Get out of my way. But anyway, go check out Jumping Off the Cliffs video about him weighing in. Explains all the numbers to you. Very informative. Now I'm going to finish this one up real quick. Just going to glance at it real quick. We're going to talk about the Camo Crew. That's right, the Camo Crew. The Camo Crew's channel. The our sources. We're going to tell you. We, all that, you know. But anyway, the Camo Crew. Apparently, 3 years. It's the anniversary. Now, I was watching today's video just on account of because so many things, got so many things wrong. But, you know, the slogan.
First to tell ya. That's right. The news comes first here on the DC.
So, yeah, it's nice to be first, but being right once in a while would actually probably be good too. So I hope in the next 3 years, work on getting things correct, not just first. I mean, I'm not even going to go over all the things just in today's video that was wrong. And you'd think if you had the crew, your big, you know, a whole pack of people, you know, we are going to report. We are first. Our sources tell us that we are going to be able to, we. Come on. The collective we, get y'all shit together and at least tell the real damn story. Being first is nice, but being correct is also pretty nice. And the other thing I just caught was, I'm just wondering. One is, what's with the stills of Nomadic Fanatic? No more playing clips. Everybody else gets clips played, you know, they, Mark Fun Jones, Caravan Karen, everybody got their clips played, but Nomadic Fanatic was stills. I wonder. I think I know what's going on. But last but not least, I'm going to finish up with this.
Okay, so a lot of people have looked on various Dallas area RV sales places and are looking for that Fleetwood, particular Fleetwood Bounder vehicle, Class A. It's a big sucker. And they found some that had a cracked windshield that were for sale. Okay, so anyway.
Now, okay. I know there's a lot of people that YouTube is their life. And it's all they have. They have zero life, no life at all. They have absolutely nothing to do. But who has the time or who has the ambition and drive to go, Nomadic Fanatic's buying a new rig. It has a cracked windshield. I'm going to sit down for days and I'm going to scour RV dealers in Texas until I find maybe we should get in the car and just drive around Texas and look for a Class A with a cracked windshield. What in the hell is wrong with you people? Who in the has enough time? And why? I mean, you know, hey, the wife, screw her. Kids, don't care. Got to go to work. I'm calling off. I mean, I'm a little bit hungry, but I ain't got time to cook. I got to scour Texas to find a Class A with a cracked windshield. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my God, people. And you come over and leave shit like this in my comments. You need to get a life. Well, guess what? You fucking need to get a life. This is BlindViews, and that's the way I see it.
What we do here is go back.